Hello, hello. Happy Friday. I'm setting up my tripod. I was running a little behind today, but it's okay because I was early last time, so I made up for it. Alright, so I got my tripod set up. I'm probably going to end up dropping my phone. Let's see, this is a great angle too. Let's see. What is up, everyone? Happy Friday. Like I said, I'm trying to get my tripod set up so that this is not this weird angle and I can actually say hello. I'm liking the mystery boxes you're creating. Thank you so much. We are actually very excited about the mystery boxes. The captain was definitely the brains behind the mystery boxes. He has been wanting us to do mystery boxes now for a while. And it just finally worked out. And yeah, we're really excited about these. Okay, I think the tripod is set up. There we go. Pop that in there. There we go. Okay. That is so much better. Took me a little while. All right. Hello, hello. Okay. Move this up a little bit. Hello from Japan. Well, hello to you. Hello from Georgia. In the U.S. Not the country of Georgia. Okay. Well, I hope you guys are having a great Friday. I started off my Friday on a wonderful note. I actually got to catch up with an old friend. You guys may not know, I was actually in a sorority in college. I was in AOPI in college, and I'm going to move this up just a little bit more too, so bear with me. I promise I won't take too long getting all this stuff set up. Oh, that's a little high. There we go. Last one. Okay, I think that's better. And then I'm just going to lower this down. Took me a minute to get this right. I am in the U.S. I'm in the United States. Someone asked me what country I'm living in. Happy Friday, Kim. Happy Friday, Mickey. But yes, so I was in a sorority in college. I was in AOPI. I actually have a couple of friends here on Instagram who were also in AOPI, which was really cool. It's always fun to meet people who are in the same sorority, even if you weren't at the same school. And in sororities, most of the time you have a big sister and a little sister. And I was actually really close with my big sister, especially in school. She was a little bit older than me. She actually wasn't too much older than me, but she was further ahead in school. So she was like a year ahead and a year older than me. And we just meshed really well, and I did see her as like that big sister, you know, figure for me because I don't have sisters. And it has been, I think it's been like 10 years since we've seen each other. She's got 2 kids. She lives, you know, multiple states away. And life is just crazy. You know, I mean, as most of you guys know, if you have friends from high school or college, you grow up, you have your own lives, and unless you live really close to each other, you don't get to see each other much. And I was super excited. I finally sent her a message and just asked if she wanted to get on a Zoom call because, like I said, we hadn't seen each other in years. And she said yes, and that she was home with her youngest son. And her oldest son just started going to 2nd grade. And so we got to catch up, and it was so good to actually to see her face and to talk to her and catch up with her. And it's just so great. It's so great getting to catch up with old friends. You know, I don't have a ton of close friends that are local for me to spend time with. And so it just meant so much getting to just hop on a quick Zoom call with her this morning and catch up. It's a great way to start the Friday, and just means a lot, you know, to get to catch up with someone. But yeah, so that was the start of my Friday morning, and I am also working on the Craft Show pattern bundle. This thing has been a beast for me. I've never made patterns for a bundle. Like I have a sweater bundle in my Etsy shop right now where it's my Weasley sweater and my Luna cardigan as a bundle, so you save like $1 per pattern. But they were already created, and I figured, you know, I'll just throw them in a bundle together so that you can get your first beginner-friendly pullover sweater and your first cardigan as a bundle. But this particular pattern bundle, I actually created, I wrote up 3 or 4 patterns specifically for the bundle. So I had to get it all done, I had to get them all tested. Luckily, I have a wonderful tester who, she actually doesn't test a ton for me anymore, but she is a fantastic proofreader. So I sent my patterns, there's 5. I sent the 5 patterns to her last night, and she went through and proofread all of them. And I have now uploaded all of those patterns into my Etsy shop as separate patterns. And then once I get off this live, I'm going to go in and I'm actually going to create the listing for the bundle. So if you're interested in any of the patterns, if you don't want the bundle, the patterns that are listed now are my favorite headband pattern, which is just a super simple headband pattern. There is the fingerless gloves. I revamped my fingerless gloves pattern to make them easier. You'll also get access to a full video tutorial on how to make the gloves. And the headband has a full video tutorial included with the purchase of the PDF pattern. So headband, fingerless gloves, the cat cozy bundle. So the cat cozies for coffee and for coffee cups and for bottles. The cowl pattern is now in my Etsy shop, which is just a super, super chunky, super simple cowl. That one also has a video. What else? There is the Molly shawl. So if you saw 2 posts back, that shawl is now on Etsy. So that's 5. And now I can't remember what the last one is. So cowl, fingerless gloves, headband, pom-pom hat, shawl, and cat cozies. So it was the pom-pom hat. So the pom-pom hat is up in my Etsy shop as well. But I need to make the bundle listing. So the bundle listing is either going to save you $1 or $2 per pattern if you buy the bundle. And the bundle is going to be it's 5 patterns, but for the first week, I think maybe for the first week or so, if you purchase it, you'll have an option to enter your email address in the personalization section on Etsy, and I will send you a 6th bonus pattern for that first week, and that's going to be the Molly shawl. So the actual bundle will get you 5 patterns. The hat, the scarf, the fingerless gloves, the headband, and the cat cozies will come in the bundle. And then for the first week that these are live on Etsy, you're going to have a personalization option. You'll enter your email, the email you want me to send the bonus pattern to, and I'll send you the Molly shawl as a bonus. So you'll actually get 6 patterns in the bundle. And I don't have the price yet. I have to look at the pricing, but it'll save you $1 or $2 per pattern if you buy them all together. But I'm really excited because this is my first time doing this large of a bundle. Like I said, I have a sweater bundle that's just 2 sweaters. That's in my Etsy shop. But I've never done a big bundle of like 5 or 6 patterns. So I'm excited about that. Someone said that they're working on the scrap cowl too, and that is a free pattern on my blog. So if you have lots and lots of scrap yarn that you're dealing with and you're not really sure what to make, there is a free pattern on my blog at therealpinksheepdesign.com, and then you click blog. You can find the scrap cowl pattern. And there's actually a free patterns link on there too. If you go to therealpinksheepdesign.com, you can go to free patterns, click on free patterns, and it'll show all of the free patterns from my blog. But the scrap cowl is fun. Super, super simple. You just choose all of your crazy scrap yarn and choose the hook size. I can't remember what hook size I use on there. But use whatever is listed, and then you make all these crazy, funky scrap cowls. And they're really great for gifts, especially if you have like artsy people in your life that like, you know, crazy, funky stuff. Or, I mean, if you use a lot of neutrals and you just have a bunch of scrap neutrals, it's just a really pretty scrappy cowl with neutral colors. So if, you know, someone's not a huge color fan, that works as well. All right, so updates. The biggest thing is the craft show bundle. Like I said, I tried so hard to get it live before I went live today, and I just missed it. I actually got all of the individual listings up but I have not gotten the bundle listing up. So I'm going to do that as soon as I get off this live. I'm going to go in and get the bundle listed on Etsy, and then I'll post about it on my feed. So if you guys have been waiting for it, you can purchase it. So that's really exciting. I am currently working on my first pullover sweater for the season. So this is the first panel, so it's going to have a V-neck, and then it'll be 4 panels, and then you'll sew up the front, sew up the side, add the sleeves, and then I want it to be reversible. So all 4 patterns will look just like this, all 4 panels. And then this side will be a burnt orange. So let's see, I've almost finished with this one. Yeah, I just started decreasing. So this is here. See? There we go. So the front 2 panels will be this rust color, and then the back 2 panels will be gold, so you can switch it. So you can wear it to the front or you can wear it to the back. So I'm pretty excited about that. And I'm not sure if the sleeves are going to be, I think the sleeves are going to be like a light brown color. So it'll be very fall-esque, but kind of color blocked, if that makes sense. So it won't be stripes, but it'll have some color blocking. But that's what I'm going to be working on today while we chat. I just had to find my hook, and I think I'm using the right hook size. I might have to go grab a different hook because I can't remember what size hook I'm using for this. I'll know pretty quick if it's the wrong size though. But let me know what you're working on this weekend. I do have a few questions that were submitted before I went live, so I'll be able to go through those. Let me see if I wrote down my hook size. It says I'm using a 15mm hook, which is what I have, so hopefully that's right. And I'm just using single crochet for this one, so it's going to be really, really simple. But that's nice. I'm a big fan of simple. Obviously, I mean, if you guys have followed any of my patterns, they're all meant to be very beginner-friendly patterns. But yeah, so mystery boxes. That's the other thing somebody mentioned when I first went live. Mystery boxes. The pre-orders for Halloween mystery boxes are live. They are only live through this coming Tuesday. So you have a couple more days. You have 2 options. There is a $100 box that includes a mystery hook that we are really excited about. There are some really special things about this mystery hook that we're including in these boxes. Pretty much everything in these boxes is going to be exclusive to the boxes. Including, we got some really cool filament that we are going to use to 3D print some really funky tools for the boxes. I'm going to be ordering some merchandise that is going to be exclusive to the boxes. I am going to be releasing Halloween designs in my bonfire shop. So there's 3 designs that I've put together for Halloween that are crochet and Halloween themed. And there are going to be some tote bags, some apparel, some sweatshirts, hoodies, t-shirts, and some mugs that will be available in my bonfire shop to anybody that will be Halloween themed. But the designs that go into the mystery boxes are going to be exclusive to the boxes. So they may be similar, but they are not going to be available to just purchase outright. So we wanted them to be special. We wanted the boxes to be special, and we're really excited. So we will have to cap the boxes at a point. We're not there yet. So if you still want a mystery box, we are still selling them. They are still live, but we don't want to overwhelm ourselves. So I think once we hit 40 or 50 box sales, we'll probably have to cap it just to make sure that we don't lose our minds trying to put these boxes together. The boxes are going to ship out at the end of September. By the end of September, we would like to get them out as soon as possible, but I will be waiting until Tuesday to make my order for the merchandise, because I'm going to have to do some print-on-demand stuff to get merchandise for the boxes, and I have to know how many to buy. So right now, the boxes are still live in my Etsy shop, and there are, like I said, there's a $100 box and there's a $50 box. So if you don't care about getting a hook, you can get the $50 box, and you'll get you know, some awesome goodies in there too. You just won't get a specialty hook, and I think you get like one less tool and one less like swag item, something like that. But they should be really fun. We're really excited about them. So let's see, so mystery boxes. Oh, and we did release, let's see if I can find one. We released stitch markers in hot pink, if you saw my last post. So this is one of the little sheepies. So these are the crochet version, so they open. You've got the little opening there for you to hook over your stitches. But yesterday was also special because I released our first knit versions of these. So we created a cat and a sheep that does not have an opening, so it's meant for the knitting needles, and they fit up to a jumbo size 15 millimeter knitting needles. Because I noticed there weren't a ton of jumbo knitting needle stitch markers that would fit those larger sizes, and I felt like, heck, that's my thing, is jumbo, you know, jumbo yarn. So I figured I could fill that niche, and, you know, put some stitch markers out there for our jumbo knitters, even if I don't have knitting patterns, you know. So, all right, let me turn this. I'm working on the decreases for this second panel. So the decreases are coming up this side, and that'll make the other side of the V-neck for this pullover. So make sure I do that right. There we go. Okay. Have to do my decreases on the right side. I did mess this up last Tuesday when I was on my live, or this Tuesday when I was on my live. I totally started the decreases on the wrong row, so I had to frog it after my live. So I'm trying to be really careful on this one. And it was actually cool inside the house, and now it's definitely not cool outside. So, not have the... And if you guys haven't seen this one, this is one of my favorite crew necks. I made it last year for Valentine's Day. And it's got the hearts with the, I call it my love language. That's my favorite. It's my favorite crew neck and I'm not a crew neck sweater person. Like, I don't usually like those, but that one has become a favorite and I wear it all the time. Okay, so now that I've talked about all of the kind of updates, oh, and if you guys have never heard of Alt Knots, so Kayla from Alt Knots, A-L-T, somebody's on a dirt bike, let it go, there we go, they're just loud, A-L-T-K-N-O-T-S, Alt Knots. I had an interview with her on YouTube that you guys can check out if you'd like. It was really fun. Kayla has a very different aesthetic than me, and you can see on her page, so she's very spooky, gothic, Halloween all year round, you know, whereas me, it's like bright colors and craziness, but our personalities are very similar. So we got along really well. We are both all about creative empowerment and community. And so it was a really fun interview, and so if you guys want to check that out, you can. That's over on my YouTube channel, and that's youtube.com/pinksheepdesign. But yeah, that was really fun, and we are going to be doing some more of those together. We felt like we meshed really well during the live, and so we thought, why not? Let's do a few more together. So we'll probably do more of those together, and if you get one of the mystery boxes, specifically the $100 mystery box with the hook, Kayla is going to be creating a crochet along cardigan that is Halloween themed to use the mystery hook in the box to create the crochet along. So everybody will be getting the same size hook in the mystery boxes. It's just a mystery as to the size. I did have to clue Kayla in though. She'll say that she doesn't know, but I let her know what size was coming in the mystery box so that she could go ahead and create this pattern for the crochet along for everyone to do together if you want to. So I'm really excited about that. I think she is going to be using Premier XL, the Parfait. So the Premier Parfait XL, which is on my list to try. But I wanted to do, she's going to be doing her cardigan in a black and red. which is not super on brand for me. So I decided I am going to do the crochet along with her using the same pattern, but I'm going to be making mine more of a candy corn themed sweater. So that will keep it on brand for me. It'll be nice and bright and colorful, but it'll still be Halloween. And so I am planning, and I haven't 100% decided yet, but I think because the Parfait XL doesn't have a bright orange, and I feel like with a candy corn cardigan, it's going to need to be the bright orange, the bright yellow, and then like maybe a cream. I don't know if I want to do bright white, but maybe like an off-white. So I may be going with a Hobie brand yarn, probably, which one was it? It's like the Baby Snuggle. It's like Baby Snuggle brand by Hobie. And so I need to reach out to them and see if they, I may just buy it. They've sent me a lot of yarn. This is actually by them. This is their new super chunky yarn called Umami. And they sent this to me to do a review, which I shared a while back, but it has been fantastic. It's just a wool blend, a simple wool blend, and it's really, really easy to work with. So I'm enjoying it so far. And of course it's a size 6, so you know. And it looks like we may be getting some rain, possibly. I'm gonna play it by ear, but I may move downstairs. But yeah, so I'm gonna do a candy corn colored cardigan for the crochet along, and I just have to figure out the yarn that I'm going to use and go ahead and get it ready, so that I'll have it, because that will be happening in October, after the boxes are sent out and everybody's got their hooks, and then they can choose their yarn and we'll do the crochet along together. So, and that'll be me and Kayla. So I have a feeling we're probably going to be going live together on YouTube to do the crochet along. So that'll be really fun because I'm still learning how to do YouTube. I'm still a YouTube newbie, and it's been really fun. It's been really fun learning the best practices on YouTube, and you know, finding a new audience and people who maybe aren't on Instagram, or if they are, they may not be on there very often. You know, so it's nice. And I know that YouTube is also somewhere where your videos get a lot more. They last a lot longer. You know, not a whole lot of people are on Instagram searching back through IGTV videos. And so YouTube really helps me create content that's just going to last longer, you know, and then it feels a lot more worthwhile when you're filming videos to put up on YouTube, because you know that people are going to find them. What color will the sleeves on your, are you talking about the sweater that I'm working on now? Let me know. Because candy corn sweater is probably going to be like super stripy. I think I'm just going to do like a crazy stripy one. I'm trying to put the buttons on the cardigan. I can't remember which one it is. Wish me luck. Probably the Granger. I think I only put buttons on my Granger. I think that's the only one that has buttons. But the Granger's a fun one. That's the one with like the ribbed bottom. That was a challenge for me. That was a little out of my comfort zone when I made it, but I was really, really happy with how it turned out. All right, let's see. I knew I had some questions. So yes, they're going to be a light brown. So I don't have it out here, but I bought this rust color, and I bought the gold. The gold is going to be the back panels. This is going to be the front panels, well, front or back, since I want it to be reversible. And then the sleeves are going to be like this light brown color, which is really nice. I'm excited about it. I thought that it was going to be a little brighter. I thought that the light brown would be brighter, because you know I'm all about the bright colors, but it's really pretty. I mean, it's going to be a very fall-esque cardigan with that light brown. It's still a beautiful color. It's just hard to tell sometimes how bright like the neutrals will be, but I'm still very, very excited about it. I think this is going to be a fun one. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so I think this is my last decrease row, and I'll be able to show you guys what these look like right next to each other as panels. And I was going to look through my questions. Let's see, because I know I had a few. How do I design my stickers? So this was a question from my stories. So I wanted to go through some of the story questions that I got, and you guys can enter questions in the question box if you just have questions for me. If you're new joining in, hello, thank you so much for joining in, and hello to all of my regulars, and thanks for joining me again this Friday. But I go Friday every live. I go live every Friday at 12 o'clock Eastern time, and it's just to crochet and chat. So I just kind of give you guys a scoop on what's happening here with us. If we've got any big news or anything new happening, I like to share it with you guys on my live, let you know about anything that's upcoming, and then just chat. So, you know, if you have questions for me, I love getting to give advice on things. If you have questions, especially whether it's crocheting, running a business, I've been doing this full time for a couple of months now. It was a big switch, but it's been great. And any other questions that you have about business or marketing or social media or any of that, I love to help. So, new to your page, love your designs. The hook is so neat looking. Did you make it? Yes, yes. So, if you're new to our page, we 3D print our own crochet hooks and we sell them in the Etsy shop. So this is a 15mm hook. You can see on the bottom it's stamped. And this was our newest release. So this was the Fire Silk Ombre with copper glitter. So it's a little hard to see, but you can see how sparkly it is. That's the copper glitter that we used. They're inline crochet hooks. They're very, very, very light. Usually the biggest issue that people have using super chunky yarn is that it's hard on the body because it's heavy. The pieces are heavy once you really start putting everything together. If you're making a blanket, it gets really heavy. It's hard on your shoulders and on your back. And these hooks are lightweight to help with that. So even if your piece, you can't help that the yarn is going to get heavy as you make these larger pieces, especially since most of my patterns are garments. Having a lightweight hook is really, really helpful for keeping that strain off of your wrists. So that was our goal with these, because all I use is chunky yarn. All I use are jumbo hooks. The only patterns that I have that go below a 10mm hook. So the majority of my patterns are 10mm or higher on the hook that you use. This is a 15. I have two crop tops in my Etsy shop that are patterns that use a 5.5mm hook. And then I have a scrunchy pattern, I think, that also has a 5.5mm hook. I do ship them internationally. Obviously shipping sucks internationally. I hate that it's so expensive, so I try to tell people to just, you know, wait until they have a few things that they want to order and really make it worthwhile. So if you want to order a hook and maybe some stickers and like some other things, just so that, you know, you feel like you're getting more for the money, because it's about anywhere from, I think it's about $11 to ship to Canada, and then it jumps to anywhere from $16 to $20 to ship anywhere else in the world. So it's pretty high. But I have a lot of international orders. I just shipped a hook to the Netherlands, and I think I've shipped quite a few hooks to Canada, and let's see, I mean, there's other places, but you know, it's been really cool getting to send these out internationally. That's so fun. I'd love to get more into chunky yarns, especially with the Minnesota winter. Yes, so that's actually my goal with the craft show bundle that's going to be launching today. It's almost ready. All the patterns are ready and proofed and everything. I just have to get the PDF pattern up. And you're in South Africa. Yeah, I mean, and let me know if you have any questions about ordering anything. Just send me a message. I have no problem working with you and figuring out what the best option for you would be. Let's see. Yes, so the craft show pattern bundle, it's all super bulky yarn. So this style of yarn is a size 6. All of them except for the cat cozy bundle. So there's these cat themed coffee and bottle cozies that I used to sell like wildfire at my craft shows, and you hold 2 strands of size 4 worsted weight cotton together and use a 10mm hook. And then all the other patterns use a super bulky size yarn, and it's, I think, 12mm up to 25mm. So the big crazy chunky cowl that comes in the craft show bundle uses a 25mm hook. So that's a little crazy, but we make those too, and we make super lightweight 25mm hooks to help with that. When will the Halloween boxes go out? The Halloween boxes will be shipped no later than the last day in September. So Tuesday is the last day to purchase them, and on that Tuesday or on that Wednesday, so once the orders close on Tuesday, the next day I'll be putting in an order for all the merch that's going to be going into them, because I have to order some things specialty for the boxes. And pretty much as soon as all the merchandise comes in, that is when the boxes will go out. So I am, strapped for time with that. I do have to wait until the merchandise arrives, and I can't order it until I know how much to order, since these are going to be exclusive designs for the boxes. I have to make sure that I order the right amount. So have to wait till Wednesday. I'll be ordering everything, and then as soon as all the stuff comes in, I'm going to be packing all the boxes up, and we're going to be shipping them out. So we're really, really excited about these. And we're really interested in doing more of these. So, and actually, let me know in the comments. So you may not be a Halloween person. I am not a huge Halloween person. I used to love dressing up for Halloween, but especially because of COVID, like, we won't really be going anywhere or having anybody over. And so, I'm probably not gonna be dressing up. I may dress up for like a photo shoot. I think that would be fun to post some funny stuff on Instagram. But you may not be a Halloween person. So you're like, mystery boxes are cool, but Halloween, not so much. We definitely will be doing a Christmas box. Christmas has always been a big holiday for me. I always really love decorating for Christmas, even if no one comes over, and having the Christmas tree and all of that. So let me know if you think that a Christmas box would be fun. We're thinking about that. It'll be very similar. I don't like to include yarn in the boxes because I feel like everybody is so particular about the yarn that they like to use, that I would much rather do, the premium mystery boxes that have a hook, in them, and then having the smaller mystery boxes that are just fun other crochet stuff. So merchandise and candy, or stitch markers and tools and neat stuff like that. So that's the plan for our mystery boxes, and I'm pretty sure that the next mystery box is going to be for Christmas. So it'll be a Christmas mystery box. So those will probably open, let's see, August, September, October, November, end of October. So probably right around Halloween, we'll be opening pre-orders for the Christmas boxes. Good call on yarn. Last thing I need is more. Yes, and the other problem is I don't know what you're going to make with it. So it would make sense if I included yarn for a specific pattern. So that is an option. So I may look into maybe writing a small pattern for something like a Christmas ornament or something like that, and then I can include the yarn for the ornament and the hook to make it. That would be the only reason that I would include yarn, as if it was for a specific pattern that had a specific hook, and then you'd have everything you needed. So for instance, I thought about including pom-pom makers in the Christmas box, potentially. I'm not giving anything away because I don't know. But doing pom-pom makers and including some yarn to make pom-pom garlands for Christmas. So that could be kind of cool, or just including the pom-pom maker, and then you can use your scrap yarn that you have at home to make a garland for your Christmas tree or something. So thought about doing that, and that would be a really cool tool to have in a box. Spring boxes. So I thought about doing Valentine's Day boxes. That was the other one, because I have some Valentine's Day designs. I can do some pink and red stuff. So we thought about Christmas and Valentine's Day are the other two boxes that we have thought about. And I think, putting them around holidays makes it fun, just because it's easier for me to do themes and to create fun like merchandise designs around the boxes, and do it that way. So that's the goal for the mystery boxes. But I do like the idea of a spring box, just kind of like the fall box, but since fall and Halloween were so close, it was easier for me to connect that to Halloween and do some fun Halloween designs. I am waiting on my Halloween merchandise to show up. I pre-ordered some merchandise for myself to model and show off before I launch the Halloween designs that are going to be open to everyone. But I am going to have Halloween designs, crochet themed Halloween designs that anyone can purchase. Even if you didn't get a mystery box, you can get some cool Halloween merch. So that should be fun. And I don't think I ever answered my question. Somebody asked me how I make my stickers. So this goes back to the fact that I do these designs. You know, if you guys have visited my Etsy shop or looked through my page, I have a lot of stickers and merchandise and t-shirts and things like that. And the process for me is using Procreate. So I have my iPad and an Apple Pencil, and I sketch out the design, and then I use Adobe Capture, which is free. I use Adobe Capture to smooth out the outline. So I'm not an artist by any means. I'm not, you know, someone who can draw super straight lines or, you know, sketch really well, you know, so Adobe Capture helps me smooth out my designs. And then once that's ready, that creates a PNG, you know, file that I put back into Procreate, and I color it in like a coloring book. So I have this nice smooth outline, color it in, and then I export that to my computer, and then I use Sticker Mule to create my stickers. So if you guys haven't checked out Sticker Mule, I think I have a link in my bio for you to check out Sticker Mule, and that's like an affiliate link for me, and I think we both end up getting a credit of money if you purchase some stickers from Sticker Mule. But that's who I use. They're great customer service, really fast proof and shipping and all of that. So anything on Bonfire for Halloween, yes, that's what I meant by the merchandise that's going to be releasing to everyone. That will be on Bonfire. So there are going to be 3 different apparel designs, 3 different designs to choose from that will be on t-shirts and tank tops and sweatshirts and hoodies. I'm going to have 1 sticker design, I believe, and then I'm going to have a bag design and at least 1 mug on Bonfire. So those will be the options. And I'm going to move because this is like super bright sunlight, as you guys can see, but it's not raining, so that's good. So let's scoot it on over. Oh yeah, and my coffee thermos is like super hot. So I'm going to come over here. I'm going to come back for you. I promise I'm not leaving you. Here we go. Okay, there we go. I'm going to scoot over one more. Here we go. Okay, now I'm back in the shade. That was a little heat wave there. It's so funny being on here at noon because the sun is like just moving over, so I end up having to move on almost all of my lives unless I'm downstairs. Hello. Thank you all for joining in. It's so good to see you. And T-Zines, we need to get together and have our little chat. So hit me up and let me know when you want to meet up. I saw Divine Debris on here too. We're going to be having a chat soon. I'm trying to get all of my maker chats ready for the next couple of months. So I'm super excited about those and getting to meet some new makers and introduce you guys to some new makers. Really excited about that. So let's see. I did have some more questions in the question box. Let's see. Okay, so one of them was, how do I take care of my body while I'm crocheting? And this is a big one. I mean, I've covered this a couple of times. I actually have a video on my YouTube channel about my favorite stretches to do because I usually tend to have more pain in like my neck because I have arthritis in my neck. So that's usually what my focus is on when it comes to self-care, is for my neck. So you can check out the video on my YouTube channel. It's just youtube.com/pinksheepdesign. And I think you can just search stretch or stretching and it should come up. But honestly, it's just being able to say no, which is really difficult when all you do is make finished product, because you have to feel like, you know, well, I can't take a break because I have to make enough inventory for a show, or I have to make enough inventory for the fall. And it makes it a lot harder to say no when your body starts to tell you that it's time to take a break. So really listening to your body and just saying, look, you know, if I'm not careful now, if I don't take the breaks now, then it's going to be worse later. So right now you may just get some a little bit of a hand cramping and pain, and you're going to push through it. But later on down the road, you could end up with carpal tunnel and need surgery. So it's really important to just to chill and relax and take breaks when you need them. And then obviously it's all the other health stuff. Make sure you're drinking your water. If you need to take supplements, I take fish oil supplements, vitamin D, and for me that helps tremendously with my arthritis, which is crazy. I did like my own little experiment where I came off of my supplements for a while just to see, And I was off my supplements for a couple of months, and then I went back on them, and I was having a lot of pain in my neck, and I figured maybe it was just like my sleeping position on my pillow. But when I started back on my supplements, within about a month of being back on my supplements, I haven't had the pain. So like, supplements can be great if you figure out what you need, you know. I take those two and like probiotics, I think. But that has been a game changer for me when it comes to some of the chronic pain that I can experience because of crocheting. So stretching, yoga, drinking lots of water, taking supplements if you need it. Those are really, that would be my main advice when it comes to taking care of your body. And then just, again, taking breaks when you need them. And a break is not a couple hours. Let me repeat that. A break is not a couple of hours. A break is like a week or two. So, or 3. And you know, it's really hard to do, and especially if your main thing is crocheting or knitting. But what I suggest is finding other supplemental hobbies. So maybe you get a sewing machine and you learn how to sew very simple things that correlate with your crochet. Like, I know a lot of people will make those little yarn huggies, you know, the yarn savers that slip over the yarn and hold the ends in place. People will sew up drawstring project bags, you know, so if you're a little intimidated by the idea of sewing in a zipper, you can look up some really simple patterns for drawstring bags. You know, maybe you pick up Procreate like I did. You know, that's usually my break. If my body is saying, like when I was doing the Molly shawl, I had like this kind of marathon couple of days for crochet because I crocheted my cat ear hat that I wore in the post about the mystery boxes in like an hour. And then the day before I had made almost all of my Molly shawl. And so my body was just done. It was like, you're done crocheting. You can't crochet 3 heavy days in a row anymore. And so for me, that meant I needed to take a break, which meant, okay, let me pull out Procreate, get my pencil, start, you know, brainstorming some new ideas. You know, you can look into just coloring, hand lettering. You know, maybe you take some time to focus on your shop. So like if you have an Etsy shop or a Ravelry shop, maybe you focus on pattern writing. So if you already have patterns in your head or ideas, you can brainstorm on pen and paper and just write things down. Maybe you take some time to focus on your photography. I mean, there's a lot of things that you can do to, you know, supplement your crochet without actually crocheting. And that can be, you know, maybe exactly what you need, you know, and then you can take a week or two, you know, put the hooks and the needles down for about a week or two and then come back to it refreshed, renewed, especially if you get burnt out. Like, that's the other problem, is if you get to a point where like you hit a wall and, you know, you're struggling to design things, or you're just not feeling it and you're just tired. That's really, really helpful. So hard to take a break. I just want to crochet every day. Yes. No, I totally understand. And then Bella says, I like to color in adult coloring books, really nice and relaxing. And yes, and that's how I feel about Procreate. So like I said, I am not the type of person who can just have an idea in my head and create my own original design. I usually have to take like pieces of clip art and use those as like a base. So for instance, when I did my skull, I had to go out and find a skull that I could use as my base of my design, and then obviously I change it a little bit, but I needed the shape of a skull because I can't just draw a skull, you know. And so I would use different pieces of clip art and move them around and find the ones that I like, and then I would draw over them and almost like doing a tracing, adding my own elements, and then I would use Adobe Capture to smooth everything out. So that's what I like to do, and then I can color them just like an adult coloring book, but it's my own design, so then I can use that and I can sell it, you know. So coloring has been a big one for me too. And let me know, do you actually color in books? Do you actually purchase books, or do you do it like on your phone or on an iPad? Because I know there are a lot of apps out there for coloring. I bought a bunch of coloring books, but they were really intricate ones, and I almost got frustrated because they would take so long, and then I wouldn't like the colors that I was choosing, and it ended up being not such a great thing for me to try to color in coloring books. I feel like I would have more fun coloring in actual like kids coloring books instead of adult coloring books. My coloring books have curse words, makes it better. I agree. That would be fun. Okay, so I finished my second panel. I'm going to show you guys what this will look like. There we go. So that, there we go. And let's see if I can get those two together. Yes, so there is the V-neck. And it'll be a little bit higher up like that. So there we go. Woo, woo, woo. Yes. So super excited about that. And this is going to be sewn together down the center. And I do have to say, my patterns, if you are super OCD about things like lining up perfectly, my patterns actually aren't that great. So if you're super experienced, just because like these 4 panels are all going to be made in the exact same direction. So like you will decrease on the same side like this one. So these would actually line up this way. So when you flip it, your stitches aren't going to line up perfectly. So especially because it's single crochet, so it'll be more like this ridge here will be a little under this ridge because they're actually backwards since you're flipping it like this. But for me, that makes it great for beginners because they don't have to worry about it. You know what I mean? So for me, I'm willing to give up that like absolute perfection for a beginner person to be able to just make their own pullover sweater, you know. So that's how this will go. All of these are going to be made exactly the same, and then they're going to be switched up. So I could have done the decreases down the other side, but I was like, I want this to be as easy as possible. So there is no right side, wrong side. For me, they're just going to get sewn together, and it's perfect. And Amy, hello, I see you in here, that you kids Disney coloring books are fun. That's what I would want to do. So I remember doing that in, I would be in like after school care when I was in like elementary school, middle school, high school, before my parents could come get me. And I remember sitting with like the little kids and coloring in the on the coloring pages for like the Disney coloring books. And let's see. See you next Friday. Thanks for the reminder to stretch. I'm going to go break out the yoga mat. Yes, and thank you so much for joining in today. I need to get my yoga mat out too. The good thing is we have a carpet in our bedroom, so usually I'll just stretch on the floor in the bedroom. Lavender, I'm a beginning sewer, and that's what I do because when your hands and wrists hurt, you can really hurt yourself. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. Bella, I got some super bulky yarn to try your sweater. How many skeins have you used so far? Okay, so I purchased 6 skeins of the Hobby Umami, and it is 90 yards per skein. So 90 times 6 is how many yards. I don't know if it'll be enough. If it's not, I will be supplementing the rest of the sleeves with another brand of similar yarn, probably. But I have 6 skeins for this one, and it's going to be a little oversized. From the look of it, it's going to be a boxy style sweater. I'm going to probably call this one the small, and I will just say that it's a little on the oversized side. And usually for sweaters, I think I go up 100 yards per size, 75 to 100 yards per size. So if this is a small, it's 90 yards times 6, and then I would add, and all of my patterns, so this will probably be, usually I do like a range, so I'll do like extra small, 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 medium, medium, large, large XL. So I'm thinking this one will be the extra small, small. That's usually the size that I make for myself. So you can kind of figure out from there how many yards you need, because if you were going to make a medium slash large, you would go up anywhere from 1 to 200 yards to go up to the next one. And I just try to give enough, you know, I give enough leeway where if someone wants to make the sleeves longer or add more length, you know, I try to up that estimate a little bit, and that's why I'll do like 75 to 100 yards extra for each size up. I kind of like it a little misaligned. Yep, exactly. So, you know, and like I said, I do it because I want it to be easy. I don't want people to have to worry about the right side or the wrong side or matching the right panel up with this panel. Like, no, it's just 4 panels, you're sewing them together, no big deal, you know, you'll get a cool sweater. So, and I have had people, some of my testers will get on to me a little bit and say that, you know, well, you need to do it this way, or, you know, this is the right way. And I always try to take my feedback from my testers for sure, you know, especially if it's going to help make the pattern better. But, you know, some of the patterns, like I said, I don't want it to have a right side. I don't want it to have to line up perfectly. And I think that's the beauty of making it a very beginner-friendly pattern, because I really do want true beginners to feel like it's within their reach to create my patterns. And I think that helps a little bit, because I know for me, when I was, you know, creating my first items of clothing using a pattern, I was pretty intimidated by things like made to measure, having to measure myself to figure out the size. So I like to make sure that I provide stitch counts for all the different sizes. I was intimidated by right side, wrong side, because I was always worried that I was gonna, you know, sew the wrong side to this side, or, you know, do something wrong. So like I said, I try to make it super, super simple, break it down to like the very, very basic building blocks. And then the more experienced crocheters can say, oh, well, if I do the decreases on the other side of this panel, then it'll line up perfectly. And they can do that. That's totally cool. You know, like I said, the patterns are super simple. So if they want to do that, or if you're making the sweater in all 3 colors, then you can, you know, switch up the panels that you make. Like, I don't know, you can figure it out. But, you know, I think it makes it a little bit easier. And I don't think I have scissors out here, do I? Let's see. Of course not. But I need to start on my next panel, so I've got my new color. And let me see what time it is. I've got a few more minutes. Let me know if you'll have any more questions for me this week. If you want to know about anything else that's happening. I will be going live this coming Tuesday, like I usually do now on YouTube. So be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel if you would like to go live with me twice a week. Because I now go live on Tuesdays at 12 p.m. Eastern Time, as well as my Friday Crochet and Chat lives. And now I'm trying to figure out how these will match up. Yes, okay, that's right. So now I can start my new one. Let's see if I can find the end of this. There it is. But it was so great to get to, it's just great to get to check in with you guys each week and, you know, kind of let you guys know what's going on, and spend a little bit of time, because I actually don't feel like I give myself a lot of time to just crochet. So this is really helpful. Bella is doing a giveaway on her YouTube channel that ends on Sunday, so you guys should definitely go check that out. What is your YouTube address? And we can have that. I can shout that out real quick if you have that for anyone rewatching. I am going to upload these to YouTube too. I like to have these over there as well, because I know there are people who follow me, subscribe on YouTube, but maybe aren't on Instagram. So it's nice to have things in both places. I need to see how many I need to chain for these. 17. So I chained 17 to start this. Let's see, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. I think that's right. Let me make sure. Just have 16. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 13, 14, 15. Yes. Okay, cool. I can't post the link. No, but you can tell me. So is it youtube.com/Bella Uncinetto, which is BellaUncinetto. And I'm guessing that's what that is. youtube.com/Bella Uncinetto. And I hope I'm saying that right. And if you guys are still hanging out, we do have lots of people still hanging out. I actually helped Bella create her her logo, and I keep meaning to post about that, because I would love for people to know I do create very simple logos. So if you are looking for if you're looking for a logo for your brand and you like the style of like my stickers, it's very tattoo inspired, so old school tattoo. So if you have, you know, one or two elements in mind, like yarn, Bella's was yarn and a rose, and rain, yarn, a rose, and rain, which are actually perfect for like the old school tattoo design, because they're simple elements that I can put together. And if you are interested in that, you can totally hit me up and we can work together. So I would chat with you about the elements that you would want representing your business. And usually what I do is I'll create a sketch, a very rough sketch of how those elements would fit together and how I would draw them up. And then if you like the sketch, then I'll send you an invoice for the actual design before I finish it, before I actually you know, clean up the sketch and make it into an actual logo. And then you'll get, it's like 2 or 3 options. So you'll get like an outline version with your full name, and then you'll get one that's like a square, and you'll get one that's like vertical that you can use on, you know, an Etsy shop or like a YouTube channel heading title. But it'll give you some options for being able to use it. But yeah, I love doing that. I love drawing them up, and it's fun getting to work with people one-on-one to create things like logos, because they are so meaningful, you know. But it's a very specific style. So, you know, if you like a lot of my stickers and the simplicity of the stickers and kind of that tattoo-esque inspired designs, and you have a simple idea in mind, and that's something I can work with you on. I can't do anything like crazy detailed or intricate. And maybe I could, but I don't really want to. I start to become a perfectionist, and then it takes me a lot longer to get it done. And so, you know, it's very specific, but I think it's really fun. And I'll definitely I need to post about that. I need to do a post and have photos of that logo that I did for Bella, because it was really fun, and it was a fun process getting to work with her. Yes, and Bella does have a YouTube video explaining the meaning behind it, so you guys should check that out, because that was the story that she told me, and I was able to really work closely with her to figure out what she wanted, and not just with the design, but like with the colors, you know, and that makes a big difference too. So I'm really glad that the weather held up. It's a little weird, because it's like, you know, I've got the blue skies, but I've also got the wind that kind of feels like it's blowing in some not so great weather. So we'll see. But I would love to know what you guys are up to this weekend. Are you crocheting? Are you doing anything fun? Do you have any cool plans? We are going to be hanging out here. I'm going to finish up working on my craft show bundle. I am probably going to film another YouTube video. I want to do a video on how to change colors in crochet, like changing to a new color, for my Learn to Crochet series. I know I have other things to do. I've got orders to pack up, which is awesome. We had someone purchase one of our crochet toolboxes, which are really fun. The crochet toolboxes, you get like 5 of our 3D printed tools, like a gauge square and a lucet and a wraps per inch tool. You get an extra measuring tape, you get tapestry needles, you get stitch markers, and then you can actually add a mystery hook to the toolbox. So I had someone last night who purchased a toolbox and a mystery hook all in the same package. So I'm really excited to put that out, because I get to put those together and make them crazy and colorful and fun. So it's really fun getting the orders for that kind of stuff. So I'll have to work on getting that order out. I have some ideas for a 3D printed design that's not a crochet design, which is kind of cool, because it's like I'll figure out a problem around the house and be like, I could design something to fix this. So I'm going to probably work on that this weekend too, and that will probably go up in the Captain's Etsy shop. So, and if you guys don't follow him, he is at willprint4credits, and that's willprint the number 4 credits. here on Instagram, and he is the 3D printing master who will be getting, he just came outside, 3D printing master, but all of the extra 3D printing stuff goes in his shop that's not crochet related. Amy says, thanks for the really cool DIY hook challenge sticker. You are so welcome. And if you did the DIY hook challenge and you're on this and you haven't gotten your token yet, well, it's given away. It's a sticker.
It's because you didn't win.
Huh?
It's because you didn't win if you haven't gotten one yet.
No, if you haven't gotten one yet, it's because it hasn't gotten to you yet. I have 4 more to send out, but there were 40 something to send out to everyone, so it took me a little while, but they are coming. Bella says pumpkin stitch markers would be cool for the boxes. You are so right. I tried a pumpkin stitch marker already. It needed to be revamped. It was not a good one. So if I can figure that out, that would be really cool. And that is on my list to try and create some different shapes for the stitch markers for sure. Because those have been fun. I'm really, really happy with how the cat and the sheep stitch markers turned out. I feel like they work really well, at least for me. And so I'm glad that we've got those available in, you know, some different colors. And I think Amy already got some, if you're still on here, got some of our hot pink ones. We're really excited about those. We definitely needed some pink sheep in the shop. But we need to make some more. I think we're actually out. We didn't have very many of those to start out with, so we'll be printing more of those. No worries if you missed them. Oh.
We're doing the DIY stitch marker challenge.
DIY stitch marker challenge. That is something that we talked about. I think that'll be on the captain's page if we do it. Is that right?
Yep.
Yeah. So be on the lookout for that if you don't follow him. DIY stitch marker challenge.
It's more of a design your own stitch marker.
Design your own stitch marker challenge.
Or design a stitch marker for me to print challenge.
Design a stitch marker for him to print challenge. I got the peanut gallery out here now.
I could just leave.
No, I don't want you to leave. It's almost time. I mean, it's past time for me to hop off of here. Oh, but someone just asked, will you be doing another mystery box besides Halloween? And yes, I covered this a little bit in the first part of this video, so you can totally rewatch that. But long story short, we are hoping to do them specifically coming up for Christmas. So we really want to do a Christmas mystery box. Those will have to open pre-order at the end of October. So right around Halloween, once you guys have gotten Halloween mystery boxes, we'll be opening the pre-orders for Christmas. So it'll be very similar. We'll have a premium box that includes a hook, and then we'll have a smaller box that, you know, has just some other fun swag and tools that come in that box. But yes, we definitely want to do more of these. We're thinking holidays. Love Crochet says, yes, yes, yes. And yes, that is the plan. Right now, I would love to do one specifically for Christmas and for Valentine's Day. So those would be the next two, since those are the next two kind of major holidays that I could help design a box around, that we could create some cool stuff for. So yeah, we're excited. We think that'll be really fun. And we're blown away by the excitement around the Halloween ones. I mean, I was a little worried when we put the word out there. I was like, what if people don't want to buy them, you know? But it's been really great. I mean, we're to the point now where we have to make sure that we don't overwork ourselves on them, and we will have to put a cap on them if we sell too many. But right now, there's still plenty. So, you know, if you're thinking about the Halloween mystery box, it's a pretty fun idea. We're excited. We're excited about all the stuff that's going to go in the boxes. And yeah, it should be fun.
You get $200 worth of stuff in a $100 box?
$200 worth of stuff in a $100 box. Not exactly. But if you look at retail value on some of the stuff that's going in the box, it's pretty up there. It's definitely more than $100 worth of retail valued stuff. But we do have to make money. We can't lose money on our boxes. But we definitely want you guys to enjoy them and get, you know, feel like they're valuable and exciting and fun. So that's always the goal.
Do they know it's the size that we don't make?
No, it's a mystery.
Oh.
Mystery hook.
How many people are on there?
We got 13 people still hanging out.
We can drop a little.
No, because this is gonna go up on YouTube, and yeah, I can't give it away. I can't give it away, guys.
Maybe something a hook that we've never. You'll never get another hook like this.
You will literally never get another hook like this ever. Let's put it that way. It's very, very special.
We're not making them again.
We're not making them again. That's what I'm just repeating what he's saying. But yeah, it's very special. We're really excited. It's gonna be really fun. So yeah.
If that's not FOMO material, I don't know what it is.
Yeah, don't FOMO. Don't FOMO.
Yes, FOMO, because if you don't, you're gonna miss out.
Yeah, yeah. So get excited. We're excited. So, all right, guys. Well, I don't want to keep you too long. I know that Ginger of Yarn Geek is live over on YouTube, so I'm probably going to go hop over there and say hello to her. I try not to jump in on her time, but she's live now, so I'm going to go say hello. It was great to chat with you guys. I will be live on YouTube on Tuesday at 12 p.m. Eastern Time, and we're going to talk all about craft shows. So I want to talk about just my advice from selling at craft shows for 3 or 4 years, what helped me be more successful at the craft shows, and especially if you're just starting out. So that's going to be the main focus, but other than that, we're just going to chat and hang out and crochet, and I'll be able to give you guys an update on my first pullover of this fall season. By then, maybe I'll have the panels done, and I can move on to the sleeves, so we'll see. But it was so great getting to chat with you all, and I hope you have a wonderful weekend, and we'll talk again soon. Bye, guys.